Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. I have 4 brothers over the sea, Merry, merry Dixie Domini, and they each sent a present unto me. Petrum, patrum, paradisi tempori, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. The first sent a chicken without a bone, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. The second a cherry without a stone, Petrum, patrum, paradisi tempori, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. The third sent a book which no man could read, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. The fourth sent a blanket without a thread, Petrum, patrum, paradisi tempori, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. How can there be a chicken without a bone, Merry, merry Dixie Domini? How can there be a cherry without a stone? Petrum, patrum, paradisi tempori, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. How can there be a book which no man can read, Merry, merry Dixie Domini? How can there be a blanket without a thread? Petrum, patrum, paradisi tempori, Merry, merry Dixie Domini.
When the chicken's in the eggshell there is no bone, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. When the cherry's in the blossom there is no stone, Petrum, patrum, paradisi tempori, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. When the book's in the press no man can it read, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. When the wool's on the sheep's back there is no thread, Petrum, patrum, paradisi tempori, Merry, merry Dixie Domini. Merry, merry Dixie Domini.
I saw a ship a-sailing on the sea, and it was deeply laden with pretty things for me. There were raisins in the cabin and almonds in the hold. The sails were made of satin and the mast it was of gold. I saw a ship a-sailing on the sea, and it was deeply laden with pretty things for me. The 24 sailors that stood between the decks were 24 white mice with chains about their necks. I saw a ship a-sailing on the sea, and it was deeply laden with pretty things for me. The captain was a duck with a packet on his back, and when the ship began to move, the captain said, "Quack, quack!"
There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aching Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aching Drum. And his hat was made of good cream cheese, of good cream cheese, of good cream cheese. And his hat was made of good cream cheese, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his coat was made of good roast beef, of good roast beef, of good roast beef. And his coat was made of good roast beef, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his buttons were made of penny loaves, of penny loaves, of penny loaves. And his buttons were made of penny loaves, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His waistcoat was made of crust of pies, of crust of pies, of crust of pies. His waistcoat was made of crust of pies, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His breeches were made of haggis bags, of haggis bags, of haggis bags. His breeches were made of haggis bags, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum.
There was a man in another town, in another town, in another town. There was a man in another town, and his name was Willie Wood. And he played upon a razor, a razor, a razor. And he played upon a razor, and his name was Willie Wood. And he ate up all the good cream cheese, the good cream cheese, the good cream cheese. And he ate up all the good cream cheese, and his name was Willie Wood. And he played upon a razor, a razor, a razor. And he played upon a razor, and his name was Willie Wood. And he ate up all the good roast beef, the good roast beef, the good roast beef. And he ate up all the good roast beef, and his name was Willie Wood. And he played upon a razor, a razor, a razor. And he played upon a razor, and his name was Willie Wood. And he ate up all the penny loaves, the penny loaves, the penny loaves. And he ate up all the penny loaves, and his name was Willie Wood. And he played upon a razor, a razor, a razor. And he played upon a razor, and his name was Willie Wood. And he ate up all the good pie crust, the good pie crust, the good pie crust. And he ate up all the good pie crust, and his name was Willie Wood. And he played upon a razor, a razor, a razor. And he played upon a razor, and his name was Willie Wood. But he choked upon the haggis bags, the haggis bags, the haggis bags. But he choked upon the haggis bags, and that ended Willie Wood. And he played upon a razor, a razor, a razor. And he played upon a razor, and his name was Willie Wood. And he played upon a razor, a razor, a razor. And he played upon a razor, and his name was Willie Wood. If all the world were paper and all the sea were ink, if all the trees were bread and cheese, what should we do for drink?
If all our vessels ran, if none had but a cracker, if Spanish apes eat all the grapes, what would we do for sacker?
If friars had no bald pates, nor nuns had no dark cloisters, if all the seas were beans and peas, what should we do for oysters?
If there had been no projects, nor none that did great wrongs, if fiddlers shout and players all, what shall we do for songs? If all things were eternal, and nothing therein bringing, if this should be, then how should we here make an end of singing?